Another episode of Power Solutions brought to you by Nigeria Info in partnership with On. Well, it's a program where we discuss with the key players finding solutions to the power problems of Nigeria and Africa at large, and especially those in the renewable energy sector. And today our focus would be financing the renewable energy transition. We have yet another beautiful guest. Representing All On, I have Wisdom Chapp-Jumbo joining me as a co-host on the show today. Hi, Wisdom. How are you?
Hi, Teke. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Great. Fantastic.
Yes,
we have yet another beautiful guest.
Yes, we do.
And it's a beautiful lady.
Yes. Yetunde, welcome to the show today.
For having me.
You should come close a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Okay.
So let's get started. No time. Yetunde, you are a Chevenix scholar. And you are an environmentalist and renewable energy advocate. That's
Absolutely.
a lot. But tell us a bit about your background and professional journey. We just would like to know.
Okay. I started out with a bachelor's from the University of Ibadan.
All right.
I studied chemistry. This was about 2012. And afterwards, I worked across several industries. Even though I had passion for, the environment, I didn't exactly know how to go about, making that responsibility or making that commitment. But I continued to learn. And in 2017, I quit job to start Reese Africa. So Reese Africa is a non-governmental organization that focuses on enabling renewable energy access in rural and marginalized areas and promoting environmental sustainability. And I did this with a team of youth volunteers. Wow. In 2019, I went for my master's in Cardiff University. I studied mechanical engineering with specialization in sustainable energy and the environment. So basically, my field experience serving at Reese Africa fed into the masters and eventually delivered Vectar energy.
All right. If you're just joining us, it's Power Solutions Live. There you heard the voice of Yetunde Fadeyi. She's the CEO of Vectar Energy, which she just mentioned in the concluding part of responding to Wisdom question right there. So I'll move on to the next. You founded the Renewable Energy and Environmental Sustainability for Africa initiative in 2017. Tell us more about this initiative and what do you do?
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, the initiative was formed as a result of my experiences. And my experiences being me experiencing flooding growing up, energy poverty growing up, and I served in Akwa Ibom and I saw firsthand what oil spill did to these communities. And being a person that loves to take responsibility, I decided to do something. And I did not just start alone. I did it with a couple of youth. So what Reese Africa does is we go into rural and marginalized communities, basically pro-poor, and we install solar solutions. We carry out stakeholders engagement with them. We ensure people-centered solutions. We discuss with the women who are primary energy managers. We discuss with the youth within the communities, the religious leader, and when we together work towards a solution, which is typically solar, but the implementation can be quite different. So it can be solar home systems to, solar microgrids. And we also carry out environmental campaigns ranging from climate change to plastic pollution, just to enable innovative volunteering within youths. And then we use the power of youths to implement this solution. So far, we've been able to impact a couple of communities across Nigeria, ranging from Lagos to Kaduna. Kaduna is our recent project, and these poor people that cannot afford the capex of that transition. I mean, they've never had access to electricity, so mini grids might not be viable for these communities because they are ravaged by rural urban migration. They have scattered population. So in as much as we need to carry everybody along, it might not be viable to investors, except there is like a change. Maybe the LCOE becomes way lower, or maybe there's a subsidy from a social protection scheme to enable these poor people, participate in this transition. We understand that, and that's why we work in collaboration with the local government and the state government to enable these people get access to electricity for the very first time.
When you were coming for the show, I sort of read a lot about your work, and I was amazed to see that Reach Africa for the first time has connected over 11 communities to electricity, and you have reached over 17,000 beneficiaries with the work you did with Reach Africa. I was really amazed.
Thank you.
But in 1 minute, how did you achieve all of that? So we know, I mean, it's not an easy work, so let's not behave like it's easy, but how did you achieve all of that?
Okay, first off, I believe in the power of youth. I mean, we have Nigeria has, the largest demographic is the youth population, and the youth population is synonymous to the population of the United Kingdom and Australia together. So that means the power of youth is valid, and this is basically what we use to deploy solutions in these rural communities. We go on a 5-day trip to communities. Recently we went to Kagaku local government, and we spent over 24 hours on the road, just youths. And at the end of the engagement, we were able to install solar microgrids for 3 communities. For the very first time. They experienced electricity, and it was just an amazing feat. It didn't just benefit the communities, it also benefited us because it raised our fulfillment bar, so to speak. The youth fulfillment bar. It made us feel made us feel better. And also in doing this, finances is a very critical element.
True.
And the only currency is not necessarily money. You could use goodwill, and this goodwill is essentially collaborations with other partners. I believe so much in inclusive service delivery, so we partner with not just the government, other civil societies, other private entities, just to bring in not just the funds to deliver this project, but support here and there to ensure that. I
can imagine a community coming on with electricity for the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, Collins.
Yeah, that would be like, you'll be the joy will be inexplicable.
And there are many communities like that.
Absolutely.
Many communities. As a matter of fact, I was reading a report by the International Energy Agency, and it stated that even as at 2030, 600 million people will still not have access to electricity. I mean, that alters what we want to achieve with SDG 7.
Yeah.
So obviously it's not going to be you and I, because we will find solutions. We're already living in a state that majority of the electricity is decentralized.
Yeah.
But these people are the vulnerable populations in the middle of nowhere. How do we connect these people? How do we make sure that they are not left behind? How do we ensure? Because SDG 7 is critical, is essential to delivering the entire SDG goals. If we do not fulfill that, if we do not fulfill those targets, then what are we doing exactly?
I mean, it's interesting that you said that, because my next question has to do with, your assessment from a professional point of view, from your professional experience specifically. How far do you think we've come with renewable energy transition in Nigeria? Do you see progress?
Well, I was reading the policies that are enabling the renewable energy transition and energy efficiency in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You talk about the Renewable Energy Plan 2016, the National Plan and Climate Policy. There's just several of them. And one thing I realized is that pre-COVID, we might as well say that we were making progress. But it's not just Nigeria. All over, the world, there's been some sort of glitch because of COVID.
Yeah.
But I also see it as an opportunity for us to get on track, especially Nigeria. You know, when we deal with our energy issues, we deal with it from a technical point of view. Oh, we need the biggest battery size, we need this, we need that. But it's not about that. It's a multidisciplinary approach.
Yeah.
If you want people to change, or if you want people to transition, even from, you know, wood fuel, you have to change their mindset. You have to, because change is difficult. You have to give them something that incentivizes them to make that change.
Yeah.
And when you talk about the incentives highlighted in this policy action plans that I mentioned, most of it is geared towards the developers, not exactly towards the consumer.
Yeah.
And in that way, the developer might get the incentives, but it doesn't get
To the
return on
end user,
investment because the last mile is not benefiting. The last mile does not even see the need for it. The last mile would rather just stick to what he or she is used to than make that change. And it's also applicable to the urban and peri-urban areas, not just rural areas. So I reckon that there needs to be a change, like a people-centered transition policy to back the ones that we already have in such a way that, or maybe a revision, you know, to ensure that these incentives are targeted towards consumer. I mean, every country should have a social protection scheme, right? If it's to the rural areas, instead of giving them 5,000 naira per month, why not take out of that money to, you know, subsidize electricity for them in a way that, you know, impacts their community for productive use. I say this, the next time I see solar light, just solar lamp and 50 women gathered, I'm going to convulse, because I believe that we've moved from that era to a position where communities should be able to define their landscapes with productive uses of energy.
I see that if we let you go on, you're passionate about this, and we will go today. But I wish I could take you up on many things you have said and sort of broaden the conversation. But I mean, the Power Solutions program we do here is one of those avenues for us, especially at All On, to sort of help with more information, you know, people to learn more about what is happening in this sector. But I want to ask you now. You founded Vectar Energy. I mean, amazing work you guys have started and want to do. So, but tell us, what was the idea behind doing this? Because this will go with the following next question we want to ask you. What was the idea behind setting this up, and what did you want to solve specifically?
Okay. I've worked with rural communities, and I've also worked in the urban communities as well. And typically, what everybody wants is power anywhere, at any time. Okay. Right? And like I said earlier, the problem is not we want the biggest battery size. It's a multidisciplinary approach. It has to do with public perception, lifestyle changes and all that. And what Vectar Energy, being a for-profit company, what we intend to do is leverage technology and lifestyle changes and the public, you know, perception, obviously the multidisciplinary approach, to deliver a product that the customer defines. So what we've done is come up with a portable power station, right, which also acts as a microgrid. It has 1.5 kilowatt hour battery. It's expandable, right? It comes with, you can charge it in different ways. You can charge it with solar, you can charge it with the grid, you can even charge it with your car. It is portable. It weighs the same size as a microwave. You can essentially move it around, and also, as opposed to conventional 8-hour charge of solar installation, this charges within 2 hours. In fact, you get 80% in an hour. So there's several benefits of using this portable power station, and one of the ones I would like to highlight is that it is modular enough to be expanded to, about 10 kilowatt hour. So it doesn't just have application in urban areas. Maybe tech developers trying to meet their energy electricity demand, or it also has application with the rural areas where, instead of using solar home systems where they just use per time and then have to dispose as they are, because humans are insatiable. You can expand it, you can stack it up to get more electricity out of it. And because finances increases when there is access to electricity, they get to move from, say, 10 naira to 20 naira to 30 naira that way.
Interesting innovation, Collins.
I'm telling you,
every week we hear new innovations. I mean,
little wonder why you're one of the winners of the NCIC On Incubation program. I mean, you were announced one of the winners of $10,000 grant.
with the Teke voice.
Absolutely, and that was that was a lot. How did you hear about the program, and how would you describe the 6 months impact during the training?
Okay, I do a lot of research, so I would say it was because of my research that's why I found the opportunity. I'm someone that's always willing to what's happening there. But the highlight of the program for me was the fact that it was as much as it was very intensive, it was relatable. Like, you could just bring your idea, and by the time you're finishing the program, you have something strong enough to show the world. You don't see so many incubators acting that way or using that platform. As a matter of fact, when you approach some incubator programs, they tell you that they're accepting early stage entrepreneurs, businesses, but they still tell you that your business is too early stage enough. It's too early stage. And I'm like, what exactly is too early stage? Right?
It's early, not early.
It's early, not early enough. So this program is, I believe, if there was like a non-environment incubator like this, I believe that it would make a whole lot of impact, because 90% of Nigerian businesses are SMEs, and obviously they started with an idea.
True.
And if we can have more of this, it would benefit the economy a whole lot. So yes, I'm really happy that I was a part of this, and I came out tops with alongside.
It was a long list,
Yeah, alongside other wonderful entrepreneurs as well. So yeah, I'm so happy.
Great, fantastic. Great to hear that you're happy, and I'm happy for you. $10,000,
It was a lot.
It will go a long way, of course. It will go a long way in, helping you achieve your innovations, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to ask next. You already put us through the technology and how it's going to work, so I'm not going to ask that again. What I want to know now is, now you've won that grant of 10,000 USD. So what is it going to do for Vectar Energy? And how do you hope to utilize this funding to drive the solution you already have?
Honestly, the funding came at the right time. I'm so pumped. Okay, so this funding, we've started prototyping, and final prototype. This funding, the prototype that we are currently working on is for the portable power station, and I also mentioned that it's expandable. So we are working on expandable battery as an auxiliary, such that you can attach the battery to the expandable port of the portable station, and get more electricity out of it, more power out of it. So we will have to start prototyping the expandable battery with this funds. Then also we are building a PWA, progressive web application. Now what the progressive web application does is that it harmonizes with the portable power station and delivers parameters such as total power. You at the comfort and convenience of your seat or couch can just check what's happening with your system. And more importantly, I failed to mention, you can make money while you you can make money while you use Vectar
from the
portable power station.
Vectar credit.
No, how? Explain it.
So I'll explain that. You save carbon while using our portable station. And through our proprietary technology, we convert the carbon savings into a monetary value that we sell on sell to third party communities or organizations, and then we get funds from them, which we give back to our users. We keep 30%, of course, because of commission, but we give 70% to the user. And you have to, all this transaction happens on the app, because the app is built on blockchain, right? So you feel, as you continue to use the electricity from our station, you fuel your virtual wallet called Vectar coins. You fuel the virtual wallet, and then you can convert the coins into local currency, like you can cash it out.
From this grant, will you be using part of the grant to build this application?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we've started already, but like I said, it came at the right time, so we can speed it up. Also, we're using it for marketing, because that's an essential element of what we are doing.
In this your solution, this your power station, or they're interested in any other thing that you're doing, how can they reach you?
Yeah, please do.
So it's Yetunde at Vectar.io. Vectar with an A. So it's VECTAR.
Okay.
Vectar.io.
Okay.
Vectar is typically speed and direction. Then you can also reach us on 0706 249 9306. I'll repeat that again. 0706 249 9306.
Social media. How can they find you?
We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Vectar_IO. At Vectar_IO.
And the website is Vectar.
Yeah, www.vectar.io. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, well said, guys.
I mean, enough innovation every week. I wish we had enough time to sort of make you explain more on this technology and how everything will work. But for us, we're very happy this grant is going to do a lot of work for you. I mean, this is why we do the incubation program in the first place. And for those who are listening, you can go to www.all-on.com to read more on some of the impact stories we share from people, from some of the grantees, past winners, and some of other stories who have been writing about the work people are doing within the sector. Collins, amazing work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to mention more. Sometimes I just look at what All On is doing. Of course, that's what led to this kind of partnership we have with Nigeria Info.
True.
I mean, we care about the people. We care about people having an improved life, and what All On is doing just simply aligns with what Nigeria Info stands for, and hence why we have this program airing here, airing in Abuja, and in Port Harcourt too. So yes, on that note, it will be a very beautiful place to end this conversation right here.
Correct.
And I get the parting shots from this amazing lady talking about Yetunde Fadeyi, CEO of Vectar Energy. She's cooler than you are, by the way. So I heard that part. Were you in India or which of
Queen's
the
Hall?
Queen's Hall. Fantastic to know.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I had a lot to do in Ibadan for many years. So
yeah, that's true.
That's
I remember.
A good place to be. Well done. Wish you the best in
All
your
the best, you and your
future
team.
endeavor.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
be
you so
back
much.
to follow up your story
That's right.
and
Yes,
see how you
absolutely.
get. So when we bring you back again,
So
to
we are
the
taking
studio,
over. We are taking over Lagos to start with, because Lagos is our beachhead market. We're taking
Okay.
over Lagos, and then we move to Port Harcourt and Abuja.
Wow.
Because
Looking forward to it.
Yes, and then we take over the whole of Nigeria.
Looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Yeah.
I believe you can. I
We
mean,
believe you
your resolve, your passion is
Oh
obvious.
no! If we let her go, Collins, she will be talking, and I can see how passionate she is about
right.
this topic. But good one, Yetunde. Well done.
Thank you.
Absolutely. The phone lines are buzzing. I guess some people want to talk to you, but our time is fast spent
Fast
already.
spent. Oh.
You know how to find out on social media. You know how to find her. You want to mention that number one more time?
0706 249 9306.
All right, guys. You can call that number to get more information. Wisdom, was great doing this with you.
Thank you, Collins. Thank you.
And some people asking how they can follow All On social
Oh
media.
yeah, to find All On Instagram, we are All On Energy. On Instagram, on LinkedIn, you can just find us All On.
All right.
Our website is www.all-on.com. You can find us there, and most importantly, read a lot of our impact stories we have been sharing from people doing amazing work in the sector. So that would be a good one. But follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, and even on Facebook, All On Energy. And then any of the gist you want to share with them.
All right, great. Thank you, Yetunde. Thank you, Wisdom Chapp-Jumbo. And this is where we wrap it all up.
Yes.
God bless you. My name is Collins. Teke will be here again next week.
Home of entertaining conversations.
I personally think Liverpool of last season that lost the title were better. That's my personal opinion.
Somebody who has the virus refused to isolate. That's even attempted murder, in my opinion, because you know how dangerous this virus is and you refuse to do the right thing. It should be a crime.
99.3.
A young man like me, looking for what I'll fed myself, and police are collecting my money. It's like, okay, later I will say Yahoo. I'm not doing Yahoo. I have a luxury shop.
Your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. Let me explain. It's okay. She. Off your mic.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info. Your mic is always on. Let's talk.
Lagos, such a busy place. But here's how I managed to stay in touch with the latest changes, trends.